hovering around you, they can do one of two things for you. A, double your health, or B, leave your health as is, and every minute during this challenge, you personally win $1,000.
Yo, I'm going with the money, high key.
I'm going with the money.
We all do the money.
I don't know why you guys chose money, bro. I'm gambling on myself. I believe in myself, okay?
3 of you chose money, and only Steak chose double health.
I'm in it to win it.
Yeah, you saw that. A Steak-sponsored Mr. Beast gaming video. Just that sense alone blows your mind. But to think that Mr. Beast accepted a sponsorship from a gambling company for a video targeted towards his audience on his gaming channel specifically, that one would only assume viewers are 13 and below, and majority young boys. The motivation is obvious for Stake and gambling companies, but the motivation for big influencers to accept it is just not there. Why, in good faith, if we think Mr. Beast and other popular YouTubers and influencers in general would want to do this to their audience that support them? I don't understand. We've seen this play out before in CSGO lottery and the online casinos and illegal gambling, about how young men find themselves addicted to gambling without even know they were gambling at ages as young as 7, 6 sometimes. It's mind-blowing. Popular YouTuber CoffeeZilla, he made a great documentary on it on YouTube. You should check it out. The essence of the video is these young men that are consuming these videos of streamers opening boxes, playing these video games, having hopes of unlocking rare items, simulates that gambling mindset. And it's very hard to break. There's studies out there that compare it to heroin addiction and other very hard drug addictions. My brain is just left here questioning why. You see influencers from all different facets of life deal with these types of problems, having gambling companies come to them with sponsorships, large amounts of money to promote their product to their viewers. Another example that I can think of off the top of my head is a YouTuber by the name of The Flight Mike.
This is a legitimate NBA starter, one of the best shooters in the NBA, and the NBA had gone all in on gambling sponsorships, and frankly, that makes me sick. Not now! But we're talking about deals with MGM Resorts, FanDuel, DraftKings, billions of dollars in revenue. They've got betting kiosks in arenas, official betting partners, the whole 9 yards, and frankly, I'm gonna be honest, that's the main reason I take gaming sponsorships. It's literally everywhere.
He is a sports YouTuber that makes updated content on what's going on in the sports world, and from time to time in the past, I've watched his content to keep up on some of my favorite players, and he's a very informative individual. Yet he's still somebody who has, like many other sports YouTubers and personalities, have taken gambling sponsorships to sell to their viewers, asking them to sign up video after video. And the reason I bring him up is The Flight Mike makes a video addressing NBA players struggling with gambling addiction. And I just feel like it's pretty ironic to cover someone falling victim to this, yet you are supporting it and trying to push it yourself. Now, before I go too deep into The Flight Mike and other influencers for their ironic behavior, I do need to address my own ironic behavior and the irony that I've shown in my own videos. My last video, you guys let me know how ironic it was for me to be talking about the intimacy and quietness and mere luxuriness of stop motion film and how I feel about it, yet I clutter my video with artificial intelligence clips and art throughout the video for fillers while talking about something that takes so much effort and time. And you guys let me know about that, and taking that criticism constructively and not getting upset, it brought me to this idea. Not so much just gambling being pushed towards young adults, especially boys, but just the idea of why child targeting is so normalized. We know better, but still struggle to do better. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. These influencers like Mr. Beast, the Flight Mike, they know better. They know that it's not right, yet they continue to choose or fail to try to do better. Now, if I had an AI company coming to me throwing thousands of dollars at me a month to sponsor my videos and get viewers to sign up, it would be hard to turn that away, especially as a small YouTuber. But I do understand that you got to have some morality compass, and I do know with my own channel, I don't want it to be AI slop. I want to put my creativity into it. So how this works is these YouTubers take suggestive poses and low-cut outfits and clickbait phrases for the title or overview on their thumbnail, like "you won't believe this," in addition to bright colors and direct eye contact to grab those young minds and short attention spans in the feed looking for something to watch. Streamers, big streamers, they focus on just chatting and body focus framing, and it's really rampant what Twitch is allowing some streamers get away with. Even the big streamers, a lot of it is just flirtatious content and content with women. And then on top of it, you have cross-platform content being created. So these big streamers and YouTubers are collabing with other types of content creators. Creating those cross platforms and media makes it seem less scary for these young minds and more appealing and accepting to indulge in that type of lifestyle. So those parasocial hooks that they can form during those impressional phases makes them lifelong servants to gambling and sexualized content, whether it's direct or personal engagement within their own lives. You see it rampant. Think back to when you were in school. How many inside jokes around the table? You hear people joke about adult star creators. It's normalized in young America. You see OF models oblivious to the fact that most of the people who watch their content are young boys.
Dad doesn't give a shit. Your mom doesn't give a shit. Your siblings don't even claim you. No one claims you.
These creators are being rewarded for it. Higher CPMs, more ad revenue, sponsorships, direct payments, all of these things, in addition to different platform incentives and pressure from competition. It's a breeding ground for something unhealthy for the people of America, and the only ones profiting off of this is the 1% that own everything. So with fans actively encouraging and requesting it too, it doesn't help. It doesn't help when you feel pressure to make the content on top of knowing it's bad, and that's where you got to stay true to your morality and what you think is morally right and morally wrong for yourself. When you know better but you feel like you still can't do better, you acknowledge it, like I've tried to in this video. They're getting rewarded from it. So it's not purely an individual failing, it's a systemic loop where platform design and cultural norms and financial incentives all align against this one thing we all agree is bad. To expand on the idea of we know better but we continue to fail to do better, not only impacts influencers, but why does this exist? Platforms like YouTube and Twitch reward click-through rate and watch time. Sexualized thumbnails and titles boost both of those aspects for the creator. On top of that, there's a low barrier to entry in doing these things. When you're an up-and-comer, that's an easy and quick way to get more people to your channel to see the type of content you're doing. It doesn't require a large production or a super large budget, just appealing visuals and considerate content. Then you think about the cultural acceptance, and especially in America, sex sells everywhere. And it's even targeted towards children, unfortunately. And it's been so normalized for us, especially viewing it in marketing for decades. So the use of it online from influencers or personal sellers doesn't feel like such a breach, and more like this is just kind of how things work. The young men are the prime target for all of this type of content because they see some of their favorite content creators and people that they have created these relationships with parasocially engage in gambling, engage in sexualized suggestive activity. Those type of demographics, they leak onto individuals, and the psychology behind it shows adolescents and young adults have heightened sexual curiosity as it is. To know that, and to know young adults also have weaker impulse control, it all adds up to knowing when they're scrolling in their algorithm, it's gonna show them and learn that their interests are actually manufactured by things that are being fed to them, and it's not organic anymore. So pairing those things with an epidemic of loneliness among young and older people growing in America and in the world, especially since the COVID pandemic, the lack of feeling a social community or having a third space to go with friends or family, or being able to afford a third space at that matter, lacking intimacy and filling it with voids that are super unhealthy but are also pushed to you. For me, it would create this cognitive dissonance and this clash within myself. Why are my favorite influencers, companies and brands I buy from, pushing a product, but off the other hand, they're telling me how harmful these products can be for me? As a young adult, that impact, short-term and long-term, is deep. When you look at these two case studies that I've talked about in this video, the gambling companies preying on influencers by bribing them with obscene amount of money they've never seen, and seeing it taken to an extreme case like Mr. Beast, who has no need for this money, to regular cases in the Flight Mike, to sexualized content and seeing it in the streaming world and in YouTubers' content like thumbnails or just suggestive content overall to children, is far too acceptable. Just as the real thing, it's the issue of the same disease, and that is, we know better, but we don't do better. And I don't know if it's only because it's profitable. Are we victims to a machine that we don't care about? Perhaps, but we care that it affects us in the majority. So therefore, the platforms know this, the advertisers know this, and the creators know this too. We know this as consumers. We've all seen the headlines and the research and understand all the nuances that go into this, but we can't seem to just do better, and are far too comfortable with accepting reality for what it is.